YouTube channel. Thank you so much for passing by. My name is Daisy Flo. Welcome to my channel, guys. So on today's video, I'm very much happy because I'm doing this video in a new place, new environment. But some of you have already seen where I am right now in their previous video. So in today's video also I have visitors. The first visitor to come.
Here I am. So I go by the name Lynette KE_KE. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for always supporting Daisy Flo or Flo'S Kitchen. Yeah, so today, because you know the word kitchen means cooking and everything,
Yes.
we can't wait for her to prepare for us a very good dinner.
Yes.
The dinner.
Yeah.
So we are here to learn from each other. Yes.
So today we are making something special for this family.
Yes.
As Flo'S Kitchen, I'm representing you well.
Yes.
So today we are making beef, both dry and wet fry, and some kunde. Kunde is cowpeas. Yeah, with some cowpeas and a very nice English kachumbari. And some ugali.
Yes.
Kenyan ugali.
I
Yeah.
actually have the brown ugali if you want to.
Wow.
Yes.
But can you do brown ugali? Can you?
Yes.
No, we can do white.
We can do white.
Yes.
No problem.
So we're gonna start with you guys step by step in everything. So many of you have seen my previous video Meniliza about beef. So today we are going to do a beef, both wet and dry fry. Wet fry and dry fry. So dry fry for the big people, we're gonna eat it with kachumbari, with some cowpeas and ugali. While the wet fry is gonna be for the kids, they will eat it with ugali. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, if you are new to this channel, please remember to hit that subscriber button, share my video, like and comment something nice for me.
Yes.
Thank you so much and keep watching.
Yeah. Let's get into the cooking.
Yes.
Yeah. So as Flo'S continues to prepare the ingredients, let me freshen up and come. Right?
Yeah, so you just find us continuing with everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll show Eva of what I'm doing, then she'll explain to you.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's prepare our ingredients, and as you prepare our ingredients, we have something here cooking. So we have, this is cowpeas cooking. Cowpeas in Kenyan it's called kunde. So if you are Kenyan, you get me well. If you are not a Kenyan, it's called cowpeas. Cowpeas is just kunde, and we have started boiling it with water with baking soda to break the, I think it's called molecules or what. Yeah, I think it's called that. So we're gonna boil it. As it's boiling, let's prepare our ingredients, and you'll see the outcome in a few. But when it continues to boil, because it has reached unto this point, you're gonna mix it for it to cook well. So let's mix it and we'll see. So that it can cook everywhere uniformly. When you want your vegetables to be green, please, anything with that contains, I don't know how to call it, sorry guys, I don't know how to call it, but me, vegetables like cowpeas, like mito in English is what? I don't know. Comment down there if you know mito in English, how it's called. I boil it with baking soda, but if you are an African, you know mshereha. If you are a Luya, you know mshereha. Yes. So if you are a Luya, you can use mshereha if you have it, but in Nairobi it's very rare, so you can't get it. And something that replaces mshereha very well is baking soda. So we use baking soda to cook vegetables such as cowpeas, mito, and mrenda, jute mellow.
Yeah.
Yes, so we use baking soda to boil such kind of vegetables. But if you are in Oshago, if you are where mshereha is easily found, you better just use that, because that is the best option. So as our cowpeas is boiling very nicely, we're gonna start preparing the ingredients and see you after we have prepared the ingredients. So we are gonna start with making kachumbari, and why I make kachumbari like this. I remove the inside part of the tomato to remain like this, simply because I don't want my kachumbari to be so soggy. I don't want my kachumbari to look like it has a lot of water inside. It's so soggy and it's not very presentable. So this is the best way you can make a very nice English kachumbari. It's not African. Yes, we are eating an African delicacy, but hey, we must be English people now. How can we represent English people? So we are gonna eat an English kachumbari very nicely, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. This is how you make it. And for those one who will wonder, where will you take this? No, you are not disposing these ones here. No, you are not disposing these ones. Now I've told you we are making wet fry. So these ones will go and blend them together with other tomatoes like these ones, and then we'll cook it with the wet fried beef. So we are not disposing this. So make sure when you're making kachumbari, you have something to do with this, so that you don't waste your tomatoes, right? So after making this, you're gonna put everything here and wash and start cutting. And also another thing, I'm gonna show you how to cut kachumbari onions. Who cut it to onions hivi? No, we are being English people. So we're gonna wash everything first. Let's put some water here, and then we're gonna wash everything. First of all, I'm gonna start with the onions for kachumbari, because there's something we're gonna do for it. So this is how you cut onions for kachumbari. You see, very thin, very nicely represented, very well. There's no madhogodhanio. You see the way they are, very beautiful. Yeah, this is how you make onions for kachumbari. They should be thin like this. You see, it's even appetizing when you start eating. You feel like, hey, this onion is very nicely well done, well chopped. Yeah. So this is how you cut all the onions. After cutting your onions like this, they should be like rings. You see, very nicely. Yeah, very, very nicely. You separate them like that. Make sure they are separated like that. Look, just very nicely. They look so nice. You remove the big ones, and this you're gonna use. Don't allow your kachumbari to look like this. Don't. So we're gonna separate like this and remove the big ones, because you know onions in the middle, they seem to differ. After cutting your onions and separating them like this, you can see the way they are very, very nicely. You will go on and soak them, and this is how you soak them. So you put salt, enough salt, not a lot, but not yeah, that's a lot. I don't know what I'm saying. And some vinegar. So don't limit also your vinegar. You can put as much as you can, depending with the amount of your onions. So after doing that, you're gonna shake them like this to mix it up with the vinegar and salt, and then soak in with your water. Make sure your onions are floating over the water like this. Yes. And you're gonna set them aside until you are ready to make your kachumbari, the last minute after you're done cooking, and that's it. So as our onions are soaking, we're gonna check our vegetables, because I know now they are ready. So you see our vegetables, the way they look inside, they are very, very much ready. They are broken down, they are cooked very nicely. See the way they look. They don't look hard. They are very, very nicely done. Yes, and they are still green. I don't know if you have noticed that I've boiled this cowpeas and it is still green. I don't know if you have noticed that, by the way. So most people, when boiling cowpeas, they don't know what to put in, and that's why I told you you can put in baking soda if you don't have the kienyeji mshereha. Yes, So that is the thing that maintains them to be green. And also don't cover when you're boiling your cowpeas. Don't cover like this. Don't cover like this when boiling. No. The steam, the heat, the high heat will make your cowpeas to be brown, and that is not presentable. So what you do, just leave them boil openly, and that's it. So we're gonna bring our vegetables and sieve them to remove the excess water. You don't need to fry it with this excess water. So that's why we're gonna drain them with using a sieve, or you can just pour it if you don't have a sieve. Yes. So I'm gonna leave it to this sieve to drain slowly by slowly as I finish making the other ingredients. As you see, we have a lot of ingredients to make and prepare and start cooking. So we're gonna sieve the vegetables. So as our cowpeas are draining the water very slowly by slowly, hatutaki kuziharakisha, just leave them to drain the water. We're gonna start preparing these ingredients. So we're gonna prepare these capsicums. They're called capsicums, yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna prepare them very nicely, and this is how you prepare your capsicums. As you go, you cut them in stripes like this first, then you combine them like this and put them into nicely cubes. Because I'm going to make a wet fry for the kids, they don't need to see those big things. Some kids are terrified of those big capsicums in food.
Yeah.
So you're gonna just cut them very tiny, very small cubes so that they just disappear in the food. Also this yellow one, we cut the same. I didn't want to use the green one because me also I don't like it, but you can also put in the green one. It's your food, so you're gonna decide on what you put in. So for me, I've decided to put these yellow and red peppers because they normally sweet. For the kids, they also feel it like it's sweet more than the green one. Yes. So the next thing we're gonna cut is our coriander, dhania. I hear other countries calling them passive.
Me, I only know coriander.
Power, there's something there. Comment down below. I've forgotten the name. So in your coriander, you divide them into two parts. For me, I always divide them for two parts and cook them differently. The first part is the stem part. The stem part is what you fry with onions. The first thing when you fry. The second part is the leaves part. The leaves part is what you garnish your food with. So don't put just because we are putting dhania. No. There are usually two parts. So the first part you're gonna start by cutting the stems like this, very small. You don't want them to be big and not presentable. So I told you I'm making this food in an English way. It's a kienyeji delicacy, but you are making it in an English way, very presentable. So you see, these are your stems. These are your stems. Look at them. Those are your stems. The next part are the leaves part. Make sure also you cut them into small and tiny pieces like this. Cut them into small and tiny pieces. After that, you're gonna put them away also. As I told you, don't mix. These are the stems, and also you're gonna put the leaves this side like this. So the next thing we're gonna do is the tomatoes, and we're gonna rinse our chopping board because those dhanias are dirty. So we're gonna cut our onions for the wet fry. Tomatoes, sorry, for the wet fry. Mix it with these ones that we had cut the other time. These. So you're gonna mix it with this, then blend them together. If you don't have a blender, you can just use a grater to grate them. For me, I normally don't like when tomatoes float on your food like big tomatoes. No, me I don't like those ones. I've told you, prepare your food as English people. It's a Kenyaji delicacy, but prepare your food as English people. Yes. So that's why I'm showing you this recipe. So follow it and comment down below how was your food, how was your recipe, following this one down here. Okay, so let's cut these tomatoes and see how it will go. So you're gonna start making the tomatoes for the kachumbari, and this is what you do. Listen keenly and watch. You see the way it is, you just cut into tiny stripes. Are these called stripes? Yeah, they're called stripes. So you cut them into nicely thin stripes, like the way I'm doing. You see? You see? Tell me if this is not English kachumbari now. Tell me. Comment down there and tell me if this is not English kachumbari. Not the things you're making us like the ones I see on the roads. No. Make something like this and your guests will be like, wow, that food was delicious. That food was yummy. Yeah, people will be praising you all over. So do something like this. Look. Just look. Very nicely presentable. And we place it in our bowl like this. Very presentable. Just look. Who won't eat something like this? Who? Hata kama ni wewe. Utaanguka nayo. Tuendelee. Let's cut all of this and we'll show you the outcome in a few. So we're gonna start cooking. Now the real deal now begins. We're gonna start making our meal. And after preparing our ingredients, you can show them our ingredients the way they are nicely done. This is the garlic, we have garlic here, we have our kachumbari, tomatoes for kachumbari, we have dhania, coriander, we have onions there, and we have our capsicums and our soaked onions for kachumbari over there. Yes, so as we continue, let's start cooking, and also we have our tomatoes to blend here. Yeah, so those are our ingredients for now, and let's start cooking now. So while cooking, you start with oil. Make sure you put enough oil. Yes, make sure you put really enough oil. So the first thing you do when you put your oil, you go in with your onions. Yes, you go in with your onions. Don't limit also your onions. So the reason I'm making with 2 minutes to save time, that's number one, because it's late. People want to eat dinner. Yes, so here we'll do dry fry and here we will do wet fry. So I'm gonna do the both of them together as we go. So make sure you go on while turning your onions like this until they cook down to soften. You turn your onions very nicely. Yeah, just like that, very nicely. Yes, so we're gonna leave them to cook and add the next ingredients. So this is what you're gonna do after the onions are really cooked down. As you can see, they are soft, they are cooked down. So there's no need that you wait your onions to turn brown. No need of that. Yeah, no need. Who said? Who? You just follow something that you don't know. Okay, the only onions. So the next thing we're gonna put, I love, if you have spices, please put your spices with onions if you want your spices to have that flavor. Don't put your spices when you already made the food on top of the tomatoes. No. When you want your spices to be flavorful, to add that taste in your food, remember to put your spices in your onions. And because today the only spice that I have is this black pepper, I'm gonna use it. And for the wet fry, I'm gonna put a half of it. Yes, a half of it like that, and mix it very nicely. Also for the dry fry, also I will do the same. Put it and mix it very nicely. Leave it to cook for some few seconds. And then the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put our garlic. This garlic that we crushed here, we're gonna put our garlic, both sides. Remember, I'm cooking both sides, wet and the only difference that you're gonna do in this recipe, the wet fry you're gonna use tomatoes, and the dry fry we're not gonna put tomatoes in it. So as you can see the way it's turning, it's becoming, just see. This recipe, by the way, it's very easy to just follow, because I'm giving you step by step everything you should do. The next thing we're gonna do, I told you to fry your stems, not use the leaves, the stems. So we're gonna put the stems, both of them, on both sides like that. Let them fry together with the onions. Yes, they add that flavor of coriander in your food. The garnishing part is just for you making it to be very presentable. This one, the leaves, but the stems, they add that coriander flavorful taste in your food. Yeah, that's how you do it. So you're gonna give it a good stir, both of them. It's beef, so I'm gonna use the same stick. If it was fish and beef, you're gonna use different sticks because it's just the same thing. I'm using the same stick to both of them, so no need to worry. The next thing we're gonna put is our tomatoes, which we are still waiting. Right? Yeah, we're still waiting for the tomatoes. The beef. Yeah. We're gonna put the beef inside the wet fry. So, by the way, the beef is nicely boiled with ginger and garlic, and it is very soft. Even the broth can tell you. Look at this broth. The broth can really tell you this beef is really soft and flavorful. Number one tip you should know when boiling your beef: never boil your beef with salt. Never boil your beef with salt because it hardens your beef. Doesn't make your beef. So for those people wondering, mbona beef yangu nikiboil every time? Hata nikiboil longer time, it's usually hard. The reason is you don't boil your beef. You boil your beef with salt. So this is how you mini your beef in the onions to let them just stir and soak in the spices, soak in the onions, the coriander and everything that you had made earlier. So we're gonna leave them to fry. In the meantime, also we are gonna add these dry fried beef in these onions also, because we had made the two. I'm gonna add there 1 minute to make the soup also look nice. Yes, so we're gonna add our beef here. Yes, and make sure they are really nicely cooked. So you're gonna mix your dry fry very nicely and leave it to fry with the onions very nicely. Leave it to fry kabisa. Don't even bother it, just leave it. Even if you can cover it, I don't know if it's this one is fish, let's just cover it like that. So onto this one. So the next thing we're gonna add is our capsicums. We're gonna add our capsicums. And I'll just prepare to also add the capsicums here, but not right now. I'll show you where they will add them. So because I want our capsicums to disappear, I'll put them right now and let them cook also with the other ingredients and soften. This is a very nice and easy recipe, by the way. If you follow it keenly, it's very easy. So as it cooks, we're gonna do this and mix very nicely. Give it a really nice mix. Yeah, as you can see, it's really looking good as always. So the next thing we're gonna add is the tomatoes, blended tomatoes. What's alone in English dinner. Tomatoes, blended tomatoes. So we're gonna pour it in very nicely like that. Yes, make sure you have enough tomatoes. I'm about to make tomatoes. Yes. So So give it a good mix, very nicely, good mix. And for this one, we're gonna put it on the other side of the fire to just cook very slowly with no pressure. Make sure the tomatoes are cooked very nicely till they have become very red and juicy. Let me say juicy. So you're gonna put them on the other side of the heat to make them cook very nicely. Here. Pole tu, hiyo haina haraka. Yes, and to this meko, we're gonna start and frying our vegetables. Yeah. So we're gonna make something that it's gonna make your dry fry very flavorful, very sweet, and very nice. So the first thing you put on your plate is this tomato paste. Tomato paste, and because we don't have soy sauce, this is gonna act as our soy sauce. Don't judge. We listen, we don't
But
judge.
we don't judge.
Yes. So we're gonna put a little bit of tomato. So yes, tomato sauce, tomato paste with some sugar. Sugar. The reason we're putting sugar is to neutralize the tomato paste. I don't know if you have ever eaten tomato paste and you feel like it's bitter. And then you put some little water and then just mix. You see this paste here? It's gonna make your dry fry to be very juicy and flavorful. Kabisa. And you'll really love it. Try this and tell me how you will see your dry fry. So after mixing it, you're gonna pour it here. You're gonna pour it here just like this, very slowly. Right. The next thing we're gonna do is add some water. We say trust the process. Someone will ask, why add water in your dry fry? Yes, we want this juiciness to combine very well, to enter into the meat. When you eat that meat, you feel like, hey, this meat is very delicious. So show them the way it is. It has this water. I've added water, yes I know, I've added water. And this is where I tell you to trust the process. Trust this process, my friends. You'll really love it and you'll really enjoy your dry fry. So you see this one, the way it's boiling? Yes, the way it's thick. You can even drink this, by the way. You can even drink this. So the next thing we're gonna add is salt to taste. We have not added salt to taste to this. We're gonna add salt to taste. Yeah, very little salt. And then just give it a good mix. So we're gonna let this water to boil until it disappears, until it starts like frying again. So that juiciness will be in your meat, inside your meat. I know you're already salivating like my camera lady here. So you're gonna let this disappear. You see this water? It will disappear and then it's gonna come back again. So on our vegetables, we're gonna start frying with, first of all, we start with oil. Then for this one, I'm opting to use what do you call spring onions, right? Yeah, we call them spring onions. I'm opting to use spring onions for my vegetables to have that flavor, nice flavor. Tumesema we are kienyeji. These are kienyeji dinner, but you are making it look like an English dinner. So make sure you use something that is flavorful. Your choice, baby. You can use any onion. We don't limit here. Just use any onion. But for me, I prefer to use spring onions. So let's go and get some spring onions and cut them. Then we'll come and show you. So for the wet fry, as you see, the water has disappeared, and I don't want it to disappear kabisa. I've left some because it's for ugali. We don't want it to be very dry. So if you want it to be dry, leave the water to disappear kabisa and be dry. But for us, we're gonna leave it like that. And next, I'm gonna garnish it with my spring onions and some coriander. So let's garnish it like that. See, it looks very nice. It's really looking very nice. Let's see. Really nice. We're gonna give it a good mix and put our fire off. So, and that's it for the dry fry. Just look the way it's really looking delicious. Yes, so that's our dry fry done. It's still cooking. Look at it. This is our wet fry, is still cooking. So we want it to cook until these tomatoes become thick, very thick and flavorful. So we don't want it to cook fast. We just let it go slow as it boils very nicely and it makes very nicely. In the meantime, we're gonna do our vegetables. So our spring onions are here, and use as many as you can for it to be flavorful. We're gonna put our onions into the oil. Yes, give it a good mix. You see the way it's mixing? So don't let it to cook sana, because these are spring onions. Just follow up with your vegetables. You see your vegetables? Just put them inside like that. Yes. So give it a good mix also to soak in the flavors. Give it a good mix. Like this. Just give it a good mix. Like that, a good mix. So next thing we're gonna do to add a flavorful taste into our vegetables, as we said earlier, we are going African. Of course, we are going African. The next thing we're gonna do is add a little bit of milk. Who does kienyeji mboga without milk?
Hey.
Who? Kama ni wewe, si. So we're gonna add a little bit of milk in here. And village milk is really thick. This is not like our Nairobi milk. It's really thick. I'm seeing like the cream forming on top. Eish! I think I need to carry some for my Nairobi people. Do you want? Comment down there below. Now we're gonna add like this. Yes, look at that. Very delicious. Look at that. Just look at that. Yo! Hata uoni maziwa, you see? You don't see the milk. Now, we're gonna let it to fry until the milk disappears. Let's add some salt to taste. Salt to taste. Not much salt, just a little salt to taste. Yes, just like that. And of course, give it a good mix. Usikule chumvi side moja, side ingine hakuna chumvi. My Kenyan people, do you get me? Okay. So this is what I was trying to mean when I said that we leave the wet fry to cook until the paste it becomes thick. You see? Very thick. It just goes down kabisa. Very thick. This is what we are trying to say. And because it's kids, we're gonna add a little bit of water to make a little bit soup. Yeah, and that will be it. And that we also do it like a twist. Just as I told you, in the kitchen we do a lot of twists. We're gonna add a bit of water into your plate. Into your plate, and add a little bit of sugar. This is the twist. So you add a little bit of sugar, you mix it nicely, and pour it in your stew.
The twist.
That is the twist.
Chalokush is here, and today we are super excited to have Flo's kitchen in our kitchen, and we just had to let her do her thing, and we are learning the recipes each and every day, and everything here is tasting nice, guys.
Yeah, remember to subscribe also to his channel.
Chalokush.
Chalokush.
Yes.
It is his channel. So, guys, Let's flop over there, and also Chalokush people flop over here.
Yeah, please go and support Flo'S Kitchen. Amazing recipes. Actually, yesterday she made us a very good birthday. Okay, a meal for birthday, guys. You can understand that she does everything so well. So thank you so much for the good work.
Thank you so much, Chalokush.
Yeah.
So our wet fry is really going on so nicely. We're gonna add our soup because it's kids thing. Yeah, this is a really thick gravy. You can see it. It's really nice. Nani atakula kitu kama hii? Who? So we're gonna let it boil a little bit, and in the meantime our vegetables are really so great. Look at that. So the milk has disappeared. Just see. There's no milk. Do you see any milk ever? Yeah. There's no milk. Now this is ready. Our vegetables are ready. Switch it off. That's it. Yeah, so let's make our now the African ugali. And now so our beef is ready, and we're gonna garnish it with the coriander. Just like this. See guys, see. Just see. After garnishing it, give it a good mix. Yes, give it a good mix like that. And that's it. Simple, clear, easy ingredients, no hassle, just easy. I told you when you're in the kitchen, release your mind, release your heart. Your mind is just on the food. Open your heart in the food, and everything will just be delicious as your soul. Usipike chakula na chuki bwana. Release your mind bwana. Easy up. Flex, like this is the nice meal you are going to eat, and your food will be very delicious. So you can show them the beef. It's really nice. You see the gravy? Just see. Hakuna vitu majimaji. Hakuna vitu osumuku. Yeah, that's it guys. So let's make the ugali, and we're gonna munch our dinner. We're gonna go ahead and save our onions. See the way they're looking very nice. Yeah, so let's mix them. In the meantime, our hands are clean, so make sure you wash your hands very well before mixing your kachumbari. Yeah, so we're gonna start with some onions like that, and add your tomatoes bit by bit so that they be uniform. Like that, like that, like that, like that. Yes, and then you finish it up. Pour on all of your onions and put your coriander like this. Yes, and then shake it up. Shake. Give it a good mix. See? A good mix. Chalo yao. Kama hii si uchokozi ni nini? Nini?
Ni uchokozi. So
now chalo, what are you making?
So I'm making kifa. Do you know kifa?
Kifa is what?
Fermented milk.
I know a lot of people here don't know what it is. They will explain.
Okay,
it
it's
to us.
fermented milk whereby you use raw milk and you add kifa grains. So these ones are the grains.
These are the grains.
The ones that help the milk ferment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a very good probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, probiotic anyone can take from kids.
What if I don't take milk?
Now you'll have a problem.
Yeah, me I can't take milk.
Oh, you don't take milk? Okay. So there are the kifa grains, and then I have three jars here. So these ones I'm putting the grains there. Like this one lenye nimeunda niziweke hapo, which is going to make the next batch. And then the milk, this is the kifa now. I'm going to put it on this jar. So this one is ready to take. Ready to take. Okay, let me continue making some more.
We're gonna add a bit of carrot, and I'm gonna show you how kachumbari carrot is made, not just with the one. Not. So we're gonna do this. Peel your carrot nicely, If you don't have this thing in your kitchen, close that kitchen. That is not a kitchen. This thing, 5 in 1, close that kitchen. This one, you should not close yours. This one is there. Yes. So we're gonna peel it like this. This thing, by the way, it's a multi-purpose thing and it's really helpful. No need buying a lot of things. You have a peeler here, you have a potato slicer, you have a grater, you have a garlic crusher, and you have a carrot cutter.
What?
5 in 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's called a 5 in 1 grater. So this is how you grate your carrots, your kachumbari carrots. This way, you hold your grater like this. Here, you use this part here. This part, yes. So you're gonna grate it like this. Like this, you see? Not so long, not so short. They're just a good size. You see? They're very nice, nicely grated. So after putting your carrots, this is what you're gonna do. Put your lemon like this. We're gonna use the juice and just squeeze the juice inside. You see? Squeeze it inside like that. So if you don't have lemon where you are, you can also use vinegar. Yes, use vinegar. After squeezing your lemon, you're gonna sprinkle some salt on top of it, or on top of your kachumbari, nicely. The next thing we're gonna garnish it is your black pepper. So you're gonna need your black pepper like this, like that. A bit of that black pepper, and then give it a nice mix. You see? Give it a nice mix. Who wouldn't eat something like this? It's really looking so good. Give it a nice stir like this. If you don't want to use a fork, you can just do this. I told you this is an African meal. Only in Africa we do this. It's only in Africa. So that's our kachumbari. That's it. It's really yummy.
Sure.
It's really yummy and so flavorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. So thank you so much, guys, for staying right here, watching this video until the end. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked this video, like that video. Comment, a nice comment. Tell me of what recipe you want me to do for you the next one. Tell me anything, I'll just do it, guys. For the love I have for you, I'll just do it. So thank you so much. Let us enjoy our dinner. As I told you, we made ugali, vegetables, cowpeas, wet fry, and dry fried beef. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for the love. For the subscribers, thank you so much. Road to 1,000 subscribers. In the meantime, we say bye-bye.